Have you heard the whispers? They say that in the dead of night, when the world is quiet and the shadows grow long, you can hear them. Faint, almost imperceptible, but there. Whispers that send shivers down your spine and make your heart race. The stories told in hushed tones. Tales passed down through generations, each one more chilling than the last. They speak of encounters that defy explanation, of moments that blur the line between reality and nightmare. They speak of children, their eyes as black as night, eyes that seem to pierce through your very soul, leaving you feeling exposed and vulnerable. These children are not like any others. They are the stuff of nightmares. These are the black-eyed kids, creatures of darkness and fear. They are said to appear without warning, emerging from the shadows like phantoms. Their presence is unsettling, their intentions unknown. Some say they are harbingers of doom, others believe they are lost souls seeking solace. Legends say they appear at your door, small and unassuming. They knock softly, their voices sweet and innocent. They ask to be let in, claiming they need help or shelter. But there is something in their eyes, something that makes you hesitate. They knock softly, their voices sweet and innocent, yet behind that sweetness lies a sense of dread, a feeling that if you let them in, you will never be the same again. The stories warn of those who have opened their doors only to vanish without a trace. But something about them chills you to the bone. It's an instinctual fear, a primal reaction to something that feels inherently wrong. You want to help, but every fiber of your being screams at you to stay away. Don't let them in, don't meet their gaze, for to do so is to invite terror into your life. Those who have encountered the black-eyed kids speak of an overwhelming sense of dread, a feeling that something terrible is about to happen. For to do so is to invite terror into your life. They say that once you have seen them, you are never the same. The fear stays with you, lurking in the back of your mind, waiting for the next time you hear that soft knock at your door. They lurk in the places where darkness lingers. At the edge of your vision, under street lights, in the back seat of your car. They appear on lonely roads, at the edge of forests, outside your window at night. Places where shadows dance and fear takes hold. You might feel a presence, a cold shiver down your spine. Turn around and you might see them watching you with those empty eyes. Many have encountered these beings. These mysterious entities, often referred to as the black-eyed kids, have been the subject of countless stories and urban legends. Their presence is always unsettling, and those who have come across them describe an overwhelming sense of dread. Their stories, chillingly similar, fuel the legend of the black-eyed kids. Witnesses often recount seeing these children in the dead of night, usually in desolate or isolated areas. The children appear to be in distress, asking for help in a monotone voice that sends shivers down the spine. One man driving home late one night saw two children standing by the road. They were dressed in old-fashioned clothes, which seemed out of place. The man felt an inexplicable urge to stop and help them, despite the eerie feeling that washed over him. He stopped to help, but their eyes, filled with an unnatural darkness, sent a wave of terror through him. The children's eyes were completely black, devoid of any whites or irises, and seemed to pierce through his very soul. He felt a primal fear, unlike anything he had ever experienced before. He drove away, their pleas for a ride echoing in his ears. The man's heart pounded as he sped down the road, glancing in his rearview mirror to ensure they weren't following him. The children's voices, though distant, seemed to linger in his mind, haunting him long after the encounter. Stories like these spread like wildfire, each encounter adding to the mystery and terror surrounding the black-eyed kids. Around campfires and in hushed conversations, people share their experiences, each tale more terrifying than the last. The legend grows with every retelling, and the fear of encountering these eerie children continues to grip the hearts of many. Whether these stories are mere fabrications or rooted in some dark reality, the black-eyed kids remain a chilling enigma. Their presence in the collective consciousness serves as a reminder of the unknown horrors that might lurk in the shadows, waiting for the next unsuspecting soul to cross their path. Their appearance is as unsettling as their presence. Imagine a child, ordinary in every way, except for their eyes. Those eyes are what set them apart, what mark them as something otherworldly and terrifying. They are completely black, devoid of pupils or irises, like windows to a bottomless abyss. One look into those eyes can paralyze you with fear, making you forget everything you thought you knew about the world. They often approach with a disarming innocence. Their voice is soft and childlike, plead for help, for shelter, for a ride. Don't be fooled. Their politeness is a mask, a tool to gain your trust, to lower your guard. Resist their pleas. Refuse their requests. Your safety, your very soul might depend on it. What do they want? What are their motives? These are questions that plague those who have encountered the black-eyed kids. Some believe they feed on fear, their power growing with each terrified encounter. Others think they are harbingers of doom, their presence a sign of impending tragedy. The truth remains shrouded in mystery. But one thing is certain, their intentions are far from benevolent. There is no surefire way to protect yourself from the black-eyed kids. These mysterious entities have been the subject of countless stories and urban legends, each more chilling than the last. They appear as children, often in pairs, with eyes as dark as the void, and their presence is said to invoke an overwhelming sense of dread. Their very nature defies logic and understanding. Some believe they are spirits, others think they might be extraterrestrial beings, and some even suggest they are demonic entities. Regardless of their origin, the fear they instill is very real. But some say faith acts as a shield, a barrier against the malevolent forces that these entities represent. Holding onto a crucifix or rosary beads or even saying a prayer can provide a sense of security and peace, that a belief in something greater than yourself can ward off their darkness. This belief isn't limited to any one religion or spiritual practice. It's the conviction that there is a higher power watching over you, protecting you from harm. Others speak of talismans and rituals, objects imbued with protective energies and ancient practices passed down through generations. These items and rituals are believed to create a barrier that evil cannot cross. Ancient practices to keep evil at bay. From drawing protective symbols to chanting incantations, these rituals are steeped in history and tradition. They offer a tangible way to feel in control, to fight back against the unknown. Whether these methods truly work is up for debate. Skeptics argue that these practices are nothing more than superstitions, a way for people to feel safe in a world full of uncertainties. But in the face of such chilling unknowns, when confronted with the inexplicable and the terrifying, any hope, any protection, can be a comfort. It's the human way to seek out light in the darkness, to find solace in the face of fear. Any hope, any protection, can be a comfort. Whether through faith, rituals, or simply the belief in something greater, these practices offer a way to cope with the unknown, to find peace amidst the chaos. The legend of the black-eyed kids persists. Are they ghosts, demons, or something else entirely? We may never know. Their existence challenges our understanding of the world, forcing us to confront the possibility of something truly unsettling lurking just beyond our perception. The mystery remains unsolved, the questions unanswered. And that is perhaps the most terrifying aspect of all. So the next time you hear a knock at the door, a soft voice calling from outside, be wary. Look closely at the visitor, pay attention to their eyes. If they seem wrong, unnatural, if they stare back at you with an emptiness that chills you to the core, don't open the door, don't engage, for you might be face to face with a black-eyed kid, and if you are, you may never be safe again.